At a loss for words. Lost for words. Right there in the palm of your hand. What kind of play call was that on 2nd and 5? You're going to do some loopy loop shit instead of just running up the middle to try to run out the clock. Just, I say, he tries to get too cute. Just, I'm at a loss for words. Stroud balled out. Stroud deserved to win that game. Ryan Day took it from him. He was aggressive, coached a hell of a game, but like I've said before, Ryan Day gets in his head. He tries to get too cute. 2nd and 5, 3 minutes, something to go in the game. Just run the ball up the middle 2 times. You're trying to drain the clock. You can't blame the dude for slipping. He slipped. Ransom slipped. But ever since that targeting call did not get called, it was downhill for Ohio State. They didn't get no calls the rest of the game. My prediction was looking good for a second. It was 38-27, and it was just it went downhill after that. 2nd and 5, just I don't know what play call that was. I don't know why he tried to do that. Just run the ball, run the clock out, run the clock out. See, my hat's off to C.J. Stroud. He did everything humanly possible to win that game, and man, that's a tough one. That is a tough one to swallow. That's just man. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. That's a hard one to take. What happened to the defense? For the slip aside, the defense just they did good the third quarter, but that fourth quarter they broke down. Big play after big play after big play killed us again. And I ain't even talking about the slip. It's just that 2nd and 5 is going to haunt Ryan Day forever. I don't care. You score a touchdown there, run some more clock, the game's over. It is over. I don't know. Do y'all think that was the targeting? They didn't call targeting at all in these semifinals. That Michigan game they could have called targeting. They didn't. They ain't called targeting this game. Ohio State rarely loses when they score over 30 points. I picked the stat up. They rarely lose when they score 30 plus points, and I thought they had it. Stroud did what I didn't think he was going to do. My man ran the ball. He put the team on his back. He played a hell of a ball game. Hats off to C.J. Stroud. But this was a hard one to swallow. And Big Ten, those are good games. The Michigan game was good. I ain't sorry they lost. I'm even more happy now that they lost. Look good for a second. But Stroud did what they did everything I said they needed to do to win the game. They won the turnover battle. Stroud ran the ball. They did everything offensively we needed them to do. The defense, I don't know. We got to go back to the drawing board. I don't know. Too many big plays. And again, it was an uphill battle. No Trevion. Mayan couldn't go. You knew it was going to be when they're throwing Xavier Johnson in the backfield. I love the dude, but he's not your running back. Second half, you lose Harrison on that hit. And Ohio State still had a chance to win the game because of C.J. Stroud doing what a lot of folks didn't think he'd do. Doing what I've been asking for him to do all season long and run the ball. My brother ran the ball. My hat's off to C.J. Stroud. He played his ass off. He played his ass off. It's gonna be a hard one to take. It's gonna be a hard one to take. Go from potentially having two Big Ten teams in the final to having no one in the final. I give hats off when SEC has the chance to put two teams in the final. They put them in there. Big Ten, we had our chance and we blew it. We blew it. Good game, good competitive games. I do think Stroud is going to go out on a high note. Ryan Day, I think he's going to be questioned on that play call. 2nd and 5. It was 2nd and 5, and you trying to get cute. Just run the ball. He gets in his head too much. Just 2nd and 5, just run the ball. It's 30-something minutes to go, and just run the ball. You're trying to run out the clock. Trying to run out the clock. I said sometimes I don't get his, and he was aggressive. I'll give him that. He was aggressive. And Kirby, she called that timeout just in time on that 4th and 1 when because Ohio State was getting ready to pick it up. He got the timeout in just in time. But when that non-targeting call, everything went Georgia's way after that. Literally every call went their way. Every big play went their way. Stroud did what he needed to do. He did what I thought he needed to do. He ran the ball. He was our leading rusher, our leading passer. It's mistake-free football. He was on point all game long. He ran the ball. He used his legs. He kept drives alive. He got us in field goal position with a chance to win the game. You know, it's a 50-yarder. It's going to be a tough kick, but honestly, we should have never been in that position. Bad play calling at the wrong time of the game. Wrong time of the game to try to get cute. Wrong. Am I wrong on that? Am I wrong on that? Was that a bad time to try to run that play? 2nd and 5, less than 4 minutes to go in the game, and you trying to some loop, whatever you was trying to do, just run the ball. 2 plays to get 5 yards to get a first down. You get a first down there, you pretty much run out there. You make them use all their timeouts. Put another. That play's it's gonna haunt me, so it's gonna have to haunt Ryan Day because that was a terrible play call at that time in the game, and he's done that a lot. He was aggressive. I give him that. I guess aggressive game plan. I think he counted himself well. I think him and Stroud both redeemed themselves after that Michigan game, but that was a terrible call. You can't make that call in that point in the game. You're trying to run out the clock. Not only the incomplete pass, but you stop the clock. Time is on your side. Run the ball. You gave him an out. Your defense shut them down that 3rd quarter. The defense did good the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter, I don't know what happened. Yeah, Lathan ran some slipped, but Never should have been in that position. Never should have been put in that position. You play it smart on offense, your defense is not in that position. A potential all Big Ten matchup to no Big Ten team. It's a hard one to take. It is a hard one to take. You winning the whole game. Stroud played his ass off. I take my hats off to him. You couldn't ask him to do anything else. On a positive note, I ain't gotta watch no more college football playoff the rest of the year. I can focus on something else. Oh man, I ain't. It's gonna take to the spring game for me to get over this. I may not be getting on. It's gonna take a while to get over this one. It's gonna take a while to get over this game. You snap victory. You just. I am I wrong in that assessment of that play call? Y'all know the play. It was 2nd and 5. You do that, whatever y'all's trying to do. He gets sacked, backs you way up, and you have to settle for the field goal. Right then and there, I had a bad feeling after that. I had a bad feeling. I said that's gonna come back to haunt you guys if it's gonna come, and it did. A touchdown, run the clock. Poor time management. Why are you throwing the ball at that situation? 2nd and 5. Y'all doing all this crap, slow developing play behind the line of scrimmage against that defensive front. Ryan Day gets too cute sometimes for his own good. I've said that several times. And now it's him getting too cute instead of just going out, lining up, and winning the ball game. 2nd and 5. 2 plays. Run the ball. Run clock. Make them use their timeouts. Don't give it to them on the silver platter. But I do think he went out on a high note. It was an exciting game. They didn't get blown out. I think they did play with a chip on their shoulder. They executed. They are disciplined for the most part. It's just I honestly not think Georgia could win in the shootout, but they did. They proved me wrong. So I said if I had to come back and eat humble pie, I would, because I did not think. I thought if we crossed that 35 point threshold, we would not lose. I showed you our insane record when we scored 35 plus points, and honestly, then I think Georgia could win in the shootout. But they proved me wrong. They proved me wrong. That's why I thought it was important. 2nd and 5, you gotta run the ball. You gotta keep the ball out of their hands. Keep your defense off the field. Defense has improved from last year, but it's not an elite defense. It's not. Georgia exploited the defense. But I think Stroud accounted himself well. I think Ryan Day's going to have to answer on that play call, because I think that play call cost the game when it's all said and done. 2nd and 5. Whatever play he was trying, it was a slow developing play. That's my issue with that play. It was a slow developing play. A whole lot of going on in the backfield. Should have been direct. Just run it at him. You run clock. Give yourself a chance, and maybe get a 4th and short. You can go for it on 4th down. I thought that was a terrible play call. I'm not going. That play call's going to I'm gonna have nightmares about that play call during that point in the game. They should. That was a game they should not have lost. Ohio State had no business losing that game. The better team. I'm sorry, the better team did not win that game. They didn't. And I ain't being a homer. I ain't being Ohio State, whatever you want to say it. But the better team did not win that game. But they did defending champs. They held court. So hats off to Georgia. But Ohio State gave that game. I ain't gonna say Ohio State. Ryan Day gave that game away. Aggressive, just that one. And a lot of times don't come down to one play, but that one play call it was a terrible call for the juncture of the game. I mean, the targeting call. Do y'all think that was a targeting call? Like I said, they didn't call targeting in the. I had a feeling that if they didn't call targeting in that Michigan game, they weren't going to call targeting in this one. The referees let them play pretty much. So you score 40, you score 41 points, you should win the game. So that's anyway. It's going to be a hard one. It's going to be a hard one to take. It's going to be a hard one to swallow. They hit all the keys. They hit all the keys. They did everything I thought they needed to do to win the game, except give up. They gave up the big plays. They could not limit the big plays in the second half. Same thing that killed them against Michigan. Offense did what they needed to do. Defense, again. And I know it's Jim Knowles' first year and he's still getting this stuff in there, but the defense got to get better. Defense has to get better. They could not stop our offense. The play calling stopped our offense. Georgia didn't stop our offense. You put up 41 points against that defense, you should win. Period. But, wow. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. I don't know what to say. I'm just at a loss of words on that one. They played the game they needed to play to win. It was a good game, clean game, fun game to watch. We were on the wrong side of the score, and it shouldn't have been that way. But kudos to Georgia. They're probably gonna go on and beat TCU. Who knows? I'm pulling for TCU now. They resilient, so maybe they can do some stuff. Maybe their coach won't get in their way on some of their play calling, because I think Ryan Day overthunk. He overthunk that call with less than 5 minutes to go. But as they say, next year we'll see how it goes. I think there'll be, well, I can't even think about next year right now. It's going to take a while to get over this one, but good effort. CJ Stroud, you played your ass off. My hat's off to you, man. My hat's off to CJ Stroud. He did everything humanly possible for his team to win. He ran the ball. He was the leading. The boy played. The boy balled out. Told you he was the best quarterback in these playoffs. And I think that showed tonight. He was the best. He deserved to win that game. He deserved to win that game. But it is what it is. Gotta wait to see what next year brings. But until then, I think Stroud redeemed himself. Ryan Day, I think it'd be interesting to see if anyone asks him about that play call. Why such a slow developing play on 2nd and 5 with less than 4 minutes to go in the game? I think that was the ball game right there. You run some more clock. Now, anyway. Still my Buckeyes. They came to play. They just, I ain't gonna say they got beat by a better team. The team took advantage of some of the situations they were handed, and they took advantage of it. Good teams do that, and Georgia's a good team, and they took advantage of the opportunities that were presented to them. We presented them opportunities, and they took advantage of it. But 42-41, we go down. It was a good game. No Big Ten teams in the finals. That hurts. I think they played there. I think they redeemed themselves following the Michigan game. So he should hold his head up high. C.J. Stroud played his ass off. He played his ass off. So good. So congrats to him and kudos to him moving on. And it's gonna be a hard one to take. It's gonna take some time to get over this one, but we do what we got to do to get over it and move on. That's all we can do at this point. So again, congratulations to Georgia. Congratulations to TCU. Probably won't be watching y'all. There's no interest in it. So for there, my Buckeyes, they showed out. They came to play, and I'm glad I think they represented well in the ATL. That's it. OHIO. Go Bucks.